Hey folks, and welcome back to MusicalConman plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. It's been a little while here, hasn't it? Oh, I remember we had just started a new save file. Well, let's do Kane, who we've unlocked. Yeah, I did some big stuff lately. I did some moving, which is a significant thing to do because there's this whole pandemic thing going on and it has affected my personal life to some extent. So I moved as a result of that, so I was kind of away from the computer zone for a little while, and then I guess I just hadn't been quite getting the Isaac vibe yet, but we're here, we're back, it's time to get that Isaac vibe yet. Alright, let's use this teleporter. Get at least out of here for free. Never mind. We will not use the teleport to get out because we have Guppy's head. Okay. I believe these things do a 2-block radius, so right here should be fine. Yep. Ooh. Burnt penny. Awesome. Now we just need to live a couple floors, and luckily, should be a little easier to do that. I've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire lately, so I've gotten very used to the idea of, oh, you have to play perfectly. Or not perfectly, but you have to play, because I've never played perfectly, but you have to play very well, or else you're just going to die very early. I mean, at the difficulty level I play on, which is the highest one, because I played the game a bunch. And the other ones are also good, and I've played those, so now I just want to struggle and suffer, I guess. What can I say? I enjoy it. Yep, and those give me a bomb, which I can use to get these. And our bomb economy is off and rolling. Now we just have to not die against the haunt. How do I know it's the haunt? Well, ask me later and you'll find out. There we go. And here it is. Famine, just like I said. Called it. And that's just the sort of expertise you have when you've been playing Isaac, the length of time that I have. You might think, and you know, if you don't understand how this works, that's why I have a YouTube channel and you don't. I was approved by the YouTube Council for my top quality performance, and not just anybody can pass that entrance exam. You know, I actually impressed the principal of YouTube. You may not have been aware, YouTube doesn't have a CEO. It's a common misconception that... Oh hey, we unlocked a thing. Common misconception that YouTube is owned by Google, when in fact, YouTube is an independent academy, really, of the video arts. So, it's quite an honor to have the principal call you the best video creator they've ever known, which, you know, not to kiss and tell or anything, but that something I might have heard had happened to someone, and it was me. And I don't like to brag, so I'm just, you know, just calmly putting it out there that the principal of YouTube does believe I am the best. I'm not saying that makes me the best, I'm just saying that's the person most qualified to judge. And they think so. So, you know, just trying to be my usual humble self, not let any of my great artistic success go to my head. Anyway, now that I'm done being humble, let's continue the run and blast through these dips. Have not seen a single bit of HP of any kind this entire run, but sooner or later we'll find a shop and then we can buy something. Because I just don't like being at a range where one bad champion hit ends my whole biz. This is, of course, a biz in the sense of a business. This is a very lucrative YouTube channel because, again, it is, you know, in terms of analytics, is it one of the, like, most viewed channels on the site? Yes. Yes, it is. So... anyway, as we continue at peak performance here, let's see what we got in our treasure room. The answer is, I don't know. Ooh, okay, spicy. Ludovico technique. Well, this run just took a turn for the interesting. We're not going to be playing just plain old Isaac today. We're going to be playing two-player mode. By the way, this is really fun. A really fun item to use with a friend in two-player mode. Please give me some health. I'd like a soul heart. I'm not running out of bombs anytime soon, so I will keep doing this. Thank you. Just like to, you know, make the shopkeeper feel appreciated. It is a little tricky with Ludovico techniques, because you no longer have access to knockback. You know, normally it's, if you're getting enemies like this rushing at you, it's a small thing, but it really adds up to just be shooting at them and slowly blowing them away. Okay, we got a lot of bombs. Let's invest in this. It's so rare that I think this room is worth all the bombs that it takes if I can't fly, but bombs are just gonna keep coming. I don't think that was avoidable, which is a shame. I'm not a big fan of unavoidable damage, but what you gonna do? And the answer is Blast Monstro. Right in the jaw. Chap. The Ludovico technique is interesting. Because you can just, a lot of bosses, you can just kind of set it down, dodge, and take a sip of beverage with the other hand. I'll answer what I'm drinking a little bit, but I think I want to leave you all a little time to play your classic favorite game. What's Connor's beverage and or snack today? Ooh, second guppy item. Brother Bobby. Okay, we're low. Health up? Luck up is pretty good. Hematemesis. Little late for that. I've got 7 bombs. I think that shop is going to give me another spirit heart. What about you? It's an even numbered floor, which means the next floor is odd numbered, which means there's no chance of an arcade. Hey, there we go. Now we're really back in it. So I'm having another sip of my tasty beverage. It's not a beverage I usually drink, but I ended up bringing it home with my groceries, and I thought, well, might as well use this stuff up while it's still good. Have you guessed what it is yet? I don't know why this channel has introduced little fun quiz mini games, but this is now a foundational element of the channel, I suppose. What's Connor Guzzlin' is what I would say if that were my name, of course. As a popular YouTuber named MusicalConman on my birth certificate, there's no reason I'd go by anything else. If I can just get those tracked down. Alright, we got... Oops. Well, thank you, Cube of Meat, for making my failed dodge work out. I thought I could go down here, which clearly I cannot. I wasn't really paying attention. Golden Horseshoe is a chance of double treasure rooms. But you know what else is a chance of cool stuff? Burnt Penny. But I am going to pick it up because it's a long way away. But perhaps someday I'll be completing this save file. And for that to happen, I gotta pick up everything at least once. Oh, we have Guppy's tail, so we're gonna be short on keys until we get... what's it called? Key penny. The penny that when you have it, you get keys. It's not counterfeit penny, it's in the video game, I think. Yikes. Yikes, Mikes, Bo Bikes. I have not played this game as religiously as I once did. Which is a shame, because it's got such religious themes. Ludovico technique is pretty good against Chub, if you've got enough shot speed, because Chub will charge you if you're in a straight line from Chub, but as long as you can stay diagonal... Well, that's a little underwhelming, but at least it's health. As long as you can stay diagonal, Chub can't do nothing about it. Definitely gonna aggressively secret room hunt, because we got lots of bombs, and we're probably gonna get more bombs in this room. We don't have so many bombs that I'm gonna spend them opening these up. I'd like to spend them looking for secret rooms. Well, I was gonna say I might spend a bomb looking, trying to increase my devil chance, but we've already beaten the boss, so that's not gonna be a relevant factor anymore. Okay, paperclip is better than burnt penny. It is not normally better than burnt penny, but it is better than burnt penny when you have Guppy's tail. Another reroll machine, which is nice, but it means we can't donate. And I'd like to donate. This is the rare run where I wish I had a little more shot speed. Shot speed is normally a pretty irrelevant stat. Right now, I don't know. Alright, HP is something. We can trade that away later. And come on now. Get on down across the map. Yeah, with 3 luck, we're gonna get drops from rooms pretty often, and ooh, that's nice. With Guppy's tail, a lot of those gups, a lot of those chests, yikes, are going to be golden chests, and a lot of those golden chests are going to be free to open with paperclip. Okay, that it can't be a secret room because there's poop blocking it. Well, I'll play this twice, I guess. Do I want to play it more than that? Oh, I can't resist. I have no self-control. Oh, I messed up there. Hey, shot speed. Alright. That was a big investment, but I'm actually okay with the payout. I would have left it after probably one more play, whether I got anything or not, because you can't do it forever. Extra shot speed helping out already. Can really get around and get to the enemies. Oof, I was gonna say enemies, and I was gonna say it in a funny way like I like to, but I did just say enemas. And that's not... For all of the weird, strange, and just generally gross content in the game, I'm surprised enemas are not in it. But actually, now that I think about it, I'm not, because all the gross stuff in the game is based on a child's imagination. So, would a very young child like Isaac know about enemas? Barring some very specific, like, medical issues. Not very specific, but barring medical issues that most kids that age are not going to have, it's probably unlikely. So actually, it makes perfect sense why that particular, generally gross-seeming thing is not in the game. I'm not going to look for the secret room because I don't have time. Because I don't want to. And it's really hard to make time for things if you don't want to do them. Alright, time for another sip of mystery beverage. Speed up, that's very good. And batteries. Ooh, these enemies are really schmoovin' after me. These are a little annoying to fight with Ludovico. Because you gotta get the speed just right. I do miss the joy of being able to just hold the button down in one direction. But this is pretty effective. Now we just need damage and fire rate and cool tier effects and health. We're doing really good on utility. We've got a lot of utility options, so we actually don't need that. But a lot of the other important things in Isaac remain necessary for our continued development. Ooh, that's interesting. That particular pulsing champion type sort of pushes your bullets away, just kind of deflects them a little bit. But it's a little trippier when it's actually your shot that you're controlling. Okay, good. Managed to get that one in a single pop-up. You can tell the run's doing decently well because we haven't really used cube meat yet. If we were super low on damage, that's what I would be up to. But I would like to have a little more damage than I have. I guess the other reason I haven't used cube meat much is because Ludovico technique is just so safe. You can just hang out over here, take your other hand off the keyboard and grab a glass of beverage. Why not? Okay. we just sit on top of the thing, and then we run in circles in case it do a jump. And we kind of wish we could use cube of meat, but those blood puddles around it are not safe for cubing. See, I got hit there because I was thinking about, oh, maybe I can go in and hit cube of meat after the blood puddle fades. And that was a bad decision. We got pretty good devil chance, so I really want to have enough health to be able to take a devil item. Especially a guppy item. So I guess I'm just going to make this L shape. Loop a little bit at the corners. And that's what I'm up to. How is your day going? I'm looping a little bit at the corners so that if it does a surprise jump, I'm not walking back over the same spot I was just on, because it goes to the spot where you just were. So if I had just been walking in a straight line, I don't want to immediately turn around, I want to curve a bit. Well, we got a lot of keys, and we'll get more bombs. So this is actually pretty good. Now we can get into our treasure room and our shop once we find them. Bit of a bummer not to have a devil room, but you know, all suffering is temporary, because ultimately we ourselves are temporary. We do have a cool, and that's what I think about the lack of a devil room on this particular floor. We do have a pretty cool tier effect now. It's going to give us lots of coins. We no longer have burnt pennies, so we're no longer going to get a ton of bombs. But I think getting paper clips to open those chests for us is worth it. It is going to bug me thinking about, is there a trinket that gives keys when you pick up pennies? And I think the answer is probably yes. But I don't remember it. I'm a monster. Got a lot of money. I'll see what this one has, because if it has HP, which they often do, there are several HP items in this thing's pool. Ooh, a bomb is good. If it has HP, it'll let me play that Devil Beggar a little more, and that would be great. Bum Friend. No, sorry, Bumbo. Bumbo good. Bum Friend, meh. Bumbo good. Actually, Bumbo with Head of the Keeper is going to be great, because I'm going to generate lots of money. I'm going to come back to this room after I've decided what I think of the shop. Huh. Ooh, Tammy's Head. Tammy's Head is enticing. I really like Guppy's Head, but I think Tammy's Head is going to win it over, because like, building up an army of flies is nice, but a big explosive blast as you come into a room is awesome. Ooh, we got triple shots, so you can see now our Ludovico technique has two little ones orbiting it. That's kind of cool. And it doesn't reduce our fire rate. It just changes some stuff. Okay, where is the Shap? Come on, Shap. Come out, wherever you at. Alright, shot speed, give me the thing. Thanks, Infamy, I wasn't really dodging that one. And you got me out of it. Fight two whole bosses just to do one chest? I don't know. Oh hey, Lucky Rock. Then again, we can just Stars card to get out of it, so we'll probably do that. Good Stars card to get out of Boss Rush. Is Boss Rush even unlocked on this save file though? Besides, we're running kind of slow. I'll take BFF. Maybe I should have donated actually, but if we're going to 100% this save file, there will be a lot of runs. There will be time for donations. Oh, whoops, there goes my money. It's fine, Bumbo. I wasn't going to use that or anything. Ooh. Alright. And now we can come up here and decide if we want anything to do with these spendable options. I'm going to blow this up and blow this up. See if they give me health to play this. You know what? The last one was good to me, so I'm gonna take a little risk here. See? It's about trust. Ooh, little baggie has appeared, so our speed is maxed. Our range doesn't affect anything. But I'm also kind of excited just because we got another item that contributes to the spun transformation. We got another syringe, so if we can get one final syringe, probably, most likely as a boss reward, but could also happen from one of these golden chests we're always opening, we'll get a big damage boost through the transformation. Beverage time. Not something I usually drink, but pretty nice. Bop. With 2 out of 3 guppy items, we kind of gotta take 3 red chests, right? Oh man, I don't know how I didn't even think about it until now, but BFF is going to make Bumbo very buff bow. So we'll just kind of sit in a safe corner of the room and have our tears fly around and our Bumbo run around. Yeah, you know what? You can have that money, Bumbo. Bumbo's got to get Bumbo's money. Oh, Bumbo gave us a box. Well, let's see what's in it. And there's some good pills, so I'll... Oh, wait, I don't even have any gosh darn bombs. I'm sorry for using harsh language like that. Well, those are bombs. I don't know if they're exactly the kind I was hoping for. Cool. 6 red chests. 0 useful things. But it's okay. It's like with the devil beggars. Maybe I just need to have more faith. Oops, it would have been kind of nice to get a free explodinator on those skulls, but you know what? That's okay. Oh, that is tasty. That is a good Tammy's head. Oh, some good Tammy's head action going on in this part of the nation. Very exciting. Speed up. Not useful. Okay, almost got myself in kind of a bad spot there, but I didn't. Alright, what's our pill? It's a wheel pill. Make us small. We're pretty close to getting Polaroid, so I don't know if I even want to fill up that half heart into a full one. We haven't taken damage in some time, and I don't know that we need to. I'm okay with not doing it. I mean, obviously we've taken damage trading health for stuff, but that's, I don't really consider that like getting hit, because we didn't get hit. It would not decrease your score in a daily run, that's how I'll put it. Alright, now's probably a good time to donate a bunch, because there's only even one item in the shop, usually. Starksard. I mean, that is a really good item, though. We do want to go back and blow up whatever it was we wanted to blow up. Hey, level 1 store upgrade. Our stores will become a little better. Oh, it's a stone chest. Let's see what there is over here. Car battery is going to make it so that our spacebar items activate twice. Oops, we filled it up. So now, instead of shooting 8 tiers, I'm shooting 16. Alright, we got enough health to take a devil deal. We've got 100% odds of taking a devil deal if we don't screw it up. So, it's feeling good. Wow, look at all this money we are generating. Bumbo is going to feed well today. We are at 5 cents, so we do qualify for an arcade on the next floor. We don't have a ton of red health. So it's not like we super need an arcade. Actually, it's probably good for me to bait out the laser attack by walking to the side of it, because that keeps it in one place. Alright, damage could use an upgrade, but everything else is really good. The utility, the scaling potential with Bumbo, and if we can get one more thing. Sure, I'll grab that now. You know what? Wrong call, but I ain't unhappy about it. We got really nice tiers and damage upgrade. The tiers upgrade does still affect us right now, by the way. You can see it sort of blinking, like bop, 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 bop. Every time it blinks, it does damage to enemies on top of it, so the higher your tier stat is, the faster it blinks. Wait, we've already got the shop in the treasure room. We don't need to explore anymore. Okay, come on. Don't make me want to spend a bomb just to avoid you. Have a snack, Bumbo. I'll just fly for this. I can get onto that without taking damage, or I could bomb it away, but it's just kind of a hassle. And let's get that card used up. Polydactyly is letting us hold that extra card, which is not unappreciated. Okay, now let's pull this up. Oh my goodness. Tammy's head, Cricket's head, and Guppy's head. Unlocked the Parasite. Okay, well, our damage has basically doubled from just a couple minutes ago. And it has nearly tripled from 23 minutes ago. So we're not doing... Well, no, it's doubled from 23 minutes ago, because we're Kane, and Kane starts at 4.2. 4.20 blaze it, I mean. So, those really solid damage upgrades are obviously going to really benefit our tiers and anything that uses them. So Tammy's head just became a lot better, because Tammy's head doesn't just do your normal tier damage, it does a multiplied version of your tier damage. I forget the multiplication, but it's pretty big. It's 1.5 times, 2 times. I don't think it's as strong as 3 times. But with car battery, it's pretty darn good, because it's very easy to have one enemy get hit by multiple shots. So that, you know, it does mean we are missing more shots, but as long as some of them hits, I am not throwing away my shot. And that's a good thing to do. Whew, that just clears out the room. Very nice. Oh, I wonder if, because Ludovico technique makes it so that your tiers go over obstacles and stuff, I wonder if it gives it like a higher shot height or something? Because I don't think we have spectral tiers from any source, but our tiers do appear to be going over rocks. Well, that was a little foolish. And, ooh, look at all that money. Our tiers are going over rocks and stuff from Tammy's head, I mean. I guess it gives, like, spectral. Tears down is a shame, but it's not a big tears down. Yeah, we have spectral and piercing tears because of Ludovico technique. That's so interesting. You wouldn't normally notice that, I guess, because Ludovico technique is your main tier, but if you had Ludovico technique as your main effect and you have a separate thing as your side effect, you'd notice that pretty well. I wonder, if you have like Incubus or something that is firing your normal tiers, it might be a little more obvious how those tiers are working, because you might be using those a good amount. Depends if you wanted to use those or Ludovico technique. I wonder about Lilith. I forget how Ludovico technique works for Lilith. I think it gives her an extra tier in addition to her main thing. That was not my best Tammy's head. Yeah. Soy milk. Yeah, that's a good item. That was a very bad decision. Because, you know, with Ludovico techniques, soy milk is better than normal because there is no knockback to worry about. So our damage has gone down by like 80%, but our fire rate has gone up by like more than 5 times. From 17 to 3, so theoretically this was a acceptable bargain, but not for Tammy's head. So, to be clear, strategically speaking, taking soy milk is a bad idea in that situation. But do I play YouTube? You know, do I play YouTube, the video game I play, to win, or do I play it to entertain? Obviously, since I have lost runs on this, there have been runs where I lose on this channel before, as well as runs with the character that lost. It's all just a performance and acting, because I would never lose, because I am the most good at games of video. Beverage time. It's always sweeter than I expect it to be. It's not bad, it's just unusual. I'd rather have the devil chance than the chance at an HP up, though it is a little tricky going into a hopeful devil room encounter. But oh man, that cube of meat with BFF does so much damage. Blast him. Oh, there you go. There's some health. And it looks like we have unlocked the womb. Not Guppy. That ain't Guppy. So, let's definitely take one of them. Do we take both is the question. Let's take Whore of Babylon. And we don't have anything that's likely to give us... We don't have any items that give us ways to get more health. You know, if we had the Relic or Dark Bomb or anything like that, I'd be like, oh yeah, I can go down to half a heart because we can get back. But if I don't know how long I'm going to have to stay at half a heart, I just can't condone that kind of behavior. Oh, another thing about soy milk is, since it, of course, affects anything that is affected by your main damage stat, it is also going to affect your flies. So if you have 2 Guppy items, even if soy milk might otherwise be really good, you want to think really carefully before you take it, because it is going to make all of your flies 80% weaker, even if there's a lot more of them. So if you're generating flies just from firing shots, that's fine. You're getting less damage but more flies, so it's even. But if you were getting flies from something like Guppy's Head, where you get a set amount of flies per room, you want to have those flies be stronger. Big flies good is my nuanced point. This enemy is such a pain with the Ludovico technique. This a cube of meat bud. No regrets. I had to get out of that situation. Alright. Devil Chance. Oh, you know what, Bumbo? Have a snack. You're very big, and I trust you. If we had Nod Leaf or something, this would be like the ultimate Nod Leaf run. Because we could just sit and be invincible and let Bumbo and our Ludovico technique just blast them up. You will never grow to maturity, Blood Polyp. You grew to maturity, but you did not get to use it. Well, my speed was higher than I thought. I didn't think I'd be going that fast. Yip yap, go back. Zip zop zo glop. Well, Bumbo made short work of that, and Tears Up is going to bring us down from 3 to 2, which is a 50% damage upgrade. Alright, last floor. I suppose I should play a little carefully since we are 2 hits from Oblivion, and I did kind of just run into some spikes. But it's okay, we won't run into spikes again because now we're luckier. Going for that top left corner. Oh, gotta go down a bit. Okay, let me see, right about here. Yes, obviously I could go to them. There we go. And down to that bottom right corner, and then I'll just do diagonal up and left. And there we go. Room cleared. Not the fastest way, but kind of a fun little flex. I don't know why I just used Tammy's Head there, but I'm gonna say it was also kind of a fun little flex. Oh man, I'll admit that Soy Milk tier is doing a lot of damage when it gets on the enemy. I should really stop taking those coins because I don't need them and Bumbo does. Bumbo can give me things. It's not like I'm gonna be buying goods and or services anymore. There we go. Alright, what's in here? Oh, it's so tantalizing. Could be items. Go ahead. Ooh, this is gonna let us go down from the womb into Satan Land at the end of this floor. So that's exciting. Otherwise this run would have to end at Mom's Heart, but now it can proceed a little further than it otherwise might. Piercing Tammy's Head is really good against that. It's a shame our Tammy's Head doesn't do much damage, but, you know, nothing that can be done about that. Not our fault. Oh, golden chest. I'll come back for that. I wish I could fly. By this point in the run, you usually kind of want to fly. Do I want to have a eternal heart at the start of a red heart at the start of next floor? I don't know. Well, then again, there's no Polaroid. So actually, yes, it's just health. Man, not having the Polaroid unlocked changes things so much, because like so much of how you like think about the late game and like trying to trade away all your red health and all that is specifically because the Polaroid is so good. You can also take like the negative and go to the dark room and all that, but it's just hard to top. The P-roid. That sounds like a medical issue. Maybe it is. I'm not here to judge. You know, our Tammy's Head blasts, they're not huge, but having 16 of them is not bad. On 2.52 damage is just a little less than like starting damage. Okay, it's significantly less. 2.5 is a lot less than most people's 3.5 and a lot less than Kane's 4.2, but c'est la vie. Wow, we have seen so many chests for so few items, and it's kind of surprising we haven't gotten Guppy's tail, considering all, I mean not Guppy's tail, we have Guppy's tail. Surprising we haven't gotten the Guppy transformation. Wow, I haven't fought Mom's Heart in such a long time, because after you beat it 9 times on a save file, you only ever fight It Lives, which is more dangerous. Alright, eat up, buddy. Let's go slap Satan's thick booty. And I'm not ashamed to say that, because that's what Satan has, and that's what we're here to do. Okay, we unlocked some stuff, including Eden, which is exciting. We beat Mom's Heart, so we got an Eden token. I do like to play Eden. Time for today's Paranoid Is This Recording check. It looks like it is, but can we believe it? There doesn't seem to be any music. I don't know how I didn't notice that until just now, but hey, at least you enjoyed the musical sounds of my voice. I probably had it turned off to listen to a podcast or another song, or who knows. Sometimes I have played this game all on my own in the past. Super Magnet is a very bad item that we do not want to have. Strange Attractor would actually be really good with Ludovico technique. Pulling things just right towards our tier. Normally you don't want to pull things towards your tiers, because your tiers are where you are. But ain't the case now. So Super Magnet is kind of like soy milk, in that it's one of those things that you just... It's so rare to have a situation where it would ever be good. So that's why I don't take items like that. Whoops, almost got me there. Alright, you're gonna get meat cubed. You heard of a meat cute? Aw, didn't even get to. I mean, we can check the secret room. That's pretty much it. Unless we have a sacrifice room taking us straight to the dark room, this is as far as our run is going to go. And we don't have enough HP to play one of those for a while. Alright, Satan, I see you doing those squats, trying to thicken up and just make those big, strong glutes. And hey, you know what? You do that for you, and I respect that. And, may I say, ooh, check that out. Just get behind here and, wow, really something. That is a muscly boy. Ooh, cube of meat, really good here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we took damage. It happens. Alright, that is a successful Kane run through to Satan. Wow, that's loud. How does it decide? I guess we beat Mom's Heart for the first time, so that cutscene has priority. So we get an ending based on that, but of course, beating Satan for the first time also normally has an ending. Is that the Satan ending? Ugh, I don't know. But what I do know is that we unlocked a bunch of stuff, and that it was a darn good video. I hope you enjoyed it. The secret beverage is milk. Whole milk. Don't usually drink it. But we got some. And I gotta use it up. So I'm doing it. That's pretty nice. Bye.